Hello everybody, welcome back to some Polytrack. Today we're going to be taking a look at my times from the Polytrack update 0.5, 0.6 will be out soon, can't wait for that, and I have played the main tracks a bit, not as much as I should have, I would have liked to play them more, but you know, I have some decent times that I'd like to show you. Let's get into it. We'll start off with Summer 1, which, it's not a great time, but 6.3 million people, so there's that to consider, but I think this was one of the tracks I played the least. This is pretty much my PB since I think the first week of the update, so not really a lot to say here. I don't even remember doing this. Kinda looks like I got a bad landing there, I don't really know. There's a new strat here actually, which is a lot faster, so what I'm doing there is pretty bad now. And then very inside actually, that's good. Yeah, the end looked alright. I don't really know though. Let's go next. Summer 2 again is not very good, but it's alright. Not a track I like, not a track I spent a lot of time on. The times later on are, you know, I actually do improve some of the times to a decent amount on some of the later tracks, but really the earlier ones are not great. I think Summer 7 is where it starts getting good. But yeah, not a lot to say. I don't really remember setting the run, to be honest. Summer 3 is not great again, but this one actually took me a fair bit of time, embarrassingly enough. I had to get Gabe to help me get sub 20. It's a track I really struggled to understand, I just didn't like it. But hey, you know, I think I would be able to beat this if I tried now. I think I've improved the game since the start of the update, where a lot of my times were set near the start, like this one. There you go. That wasn't too bad. Well, here we've got a very interesting run for you. See, this run was not bad, 14th place, first page, but there might be a slight issue with it. You'll see that in a second. You may have noticed, what on earth am I doing in the start? Question is, I don't know. I don't know why I continued this. Because when I was grinding this track, I don't think I would have normally continued an attempt like this. So I was pretty far behind my PB at this point. Then I just kind of did this. Just gained everything. And that drift just, yeah. I don't really know how it happened, but it's pretty cool. And there you go. Summer 5 is an interesting track, which I've had interesting experiences on. This time was top 5 when I set it. I'm not even kidding, it was actually top 5 in the world when I set this time. And now it's 21st. So clearly not very good anymore, but I was happy this time when I set it. It was good for its time. And now clearly it's not so good. So I think really, I'm starting to realize the problems with my main track times is mostly that they're just outdated. I just haven't improved since the start of the update, back when they were considered to be good times. Because, like, you know, as everyone gets better, everyone understands the tracks more. You know, people's times improve, and this is no longer good, from what I've discovered. Like, quite a few people have sub 50. I remember when pretty much nobody had a sub 50. Young Villa was the first one to have sub 50, and he kept being the only one for quite a while. That drift was pretty good. That was probably the highlight of the run, can't lie. The ending here is very difficult. It's just, the entire track is a build up until this. And I didn't do it very well, to be honest, but hey, it was good at the time. It's not really anymore. Summer 6 is another example of a track where my time was good for its time, but now the update has gotten longer on. It's 22nd place. It was like 8th, maybe 9th when I set it. I think it was 8th, don't quite remember, but it was near the start of the update, so people improved a lot. So I think the problem really is that I just sort of set all my times when I wasn't as good at the game, and also we weren't as used to the physics. Because I've definitely improved, I have noticed that, because recently I've played a few main tracks, and I've set like way better times than I would have done at the start of the update in a shorter amount of time too. So those are the ones where we're looking forward to. But yeah, this run's just fine. It's not really any big blunders in it, it's just fine. Here we have the first time where I would really say this is good. 6th place. I mean, 800,000 people on the track, that is certainly not bad. This one I did, I think that was like the other day, something like that. And I did it a very short amount of time as well. So I definitely have improved, and I think if I went back to all the main tracks, if I could be asked to do that, then we could be doing quite well. But hey, I could not be asked to do that. I'm not the biggest fan of these tracks. But this one I think is one of the better tracks. It's honestly pretty fun. That line, by the way, was awful. But yeah, I'd recommend this one if you're just starting out. It's a good one, and it's good for learning the game, I reckon. And we are back to an early update PB, and a not very good one either. But also, a track I don't really understand. I was happy with this time when I said it, because it's just a track that I just can't do. Like, that looks pretty good, right? I went pretty close to the wall there. And the ending looks passable. Like, the run looks alright, it's just... nah. Oh, and there my PB goes. Winter 2, and we are 13th, so that is first page. This time's alright. This was my strongest time, I believe, back in 0.4. 0.5, I didn't play it as much, but I still think it's an okay track. I don't really like the start trick, though. But yeah. Let's see. What did I do here? I don't remember. This one was, I think, really early update. Well, I was pretty close to the wall, actually. Look at the tapping. I can explain. I usually have really bad tapping speed, but I found with the right shift key and using 3 fingers, I can get 12 CPS. Usually, I get about 6, so doubled it. Alright, so Winter 3, 15th, it's alright. But I want to show you something, because this run is pretty bad. I got quite lucky. And that might seem strange, because, you know, it's supposed to be a skill game, and the main tracks are all about skills, supposedly. But it's just, I don't know. It's quite strange. So I'm keeping up at the start. I mean, still quite a bad start, actually. This was not very good. And now I'm quite far behind. I'm only ended up being 5 milliseconds behind this person, I think. Look, I'm still quite far behind. And then my ending just sort of... I don't know. The wheel clips just worked in my favour. It's quite strange. I don't really know how that works. Winter 4 means we have gone back to the pits of despair. That's not a good time. It was first page when I said it. It's not very good anymore. I believe this run was actually pretty decent until my ending. I kind of remember setting this run, but it was a long time ago. There you go, went kind of close to the one start. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this clip was decent. And then I landed quite high here, which is good, what you're meant to do. I thought I was going to crash. I was just nowhere near where I was meant to be at all. And also, I crashed in the ending. I literally hit the wall. Also, let's just see how close I was. Yeah, this run almost never happened. In fact, the checkpoint pit there as well is what you got to consider. Like, I'm very lucky this even survived. But yeah, you're meant to go inside here, which I really didn't do that at all. So we have reached the desert tracks, and let me tell you, every time I have here is pretty decent on the desert tracks. Locked in for those, apparently. I'm going to compare to someone else. I want to show you how bad my start is. Because, actually no, if I'm only a bad example, he had a pretty bad start as well. Let's compare me with Nexus, why not? I have no idea if Nexus has a good start or not, we'll find out, I guess. So I'm allergic to the wall for some reason. I just lose time for no reason. And then that was bad. I have no speed. So, that's great. We're off to a flying start. I compare myself with someone like the top 200 just about, and my start was worse. But yeah, that drift was pretty decent, and then I think I got a good end clip, which is what saved this run, but yeah, I think I probably should have improved this one, but hey, it's fine. I was usually quite good at the start, don't know what happened there. And now it's time for the highlight of my Polytrack career. Well, not really. I could have got a world record. I stopped playing this at some point, but I was off-screening world record until the ending drift, and unfortunately I'm not very good at the ending drift. I'll show you what happened in this run. This run's okay. I'm not happy with it. I wouldn't say it's the best rev ever driven, even though it is like 3rd place on our main track, which is crazy, but like I've had better starts than this. Like, even obviously I'm winning in the race, I'm world record pace, but the wall ride entry was fine. I'm usually quite bad at that, and then I just messed the wall ride exit up. But also my drift, pretty good to inside. Like, the setup was correct. I did the drift correctly, but didn't go anywhere near this outside wall, and I just had no speed. Oh, by the way, little tip here, you can press right just before you fall, and you won't get a landing bug. That's why I started getting towards the young fella again. So yeah, it is a track I played quite a bit, but unfortunately no world record for me. And now we have Desert 3. This time I set ages ago, but no one bothered to play this track, so it kind of stayed where it was. I think at peak it was 7th, so yeah. This run is weird though. It's not... I think it's quite bad actually. I mean, obviously 8th place is not bad. I just think people struggle with this track because the start is really confusing. Like, you sort of like press left twice and then right twice and then... yeah. Anyway, what happened here? I was trying to go for the barrier clip. There's a little barrier clip where you have like launches your car up and you like fly with like a weird air brake angle. I went for it. I completely missed and then I went diagonal. This is not optimal. Landing high, you're meant to land high. I've just landed in the middle of the ramp. In fact, I've got out of my way to land in the ramp. I was lined up and then I just swerved it. And then the ending was alright, actually. But like, this isn't a good run. I don't understand how this is 8th. Like, the start's okay, but then I just do this. Like, I'm just... I don't know. Desert 4. A track that has caused me so many problems. This took so long. I think my 6th place in Summer 7 and 8th place on Desert 3 combined took faster than this. I do not understand this track. But I'm going to compare us to 4th place, and you'll see why in a second. Oh dear. So, here's just avoid the landing bug. It's pretty stupid, but you know, whatever. And you may notice that I'm keeping up with 4th place. In fact, I'm still keeping up with 4th place. And then I just have the complete wrong line in the ending. If I just went up a little bit earlier here, I could have just had a top 5. But no, it wasn't meant to be. I mean, I can't really complain. My time on this track was pretty horrible before I started grinding it again recently. So I fixed that, but it could have been so much more. Thank you for putting up with me once again. If you like this, do something. I don't know. Bye.